Lesson 5 variables. The first two levels, so 2 and 4, are just predictions. So it just wants you to make a prediction of where you think it's going to be. It'll tell you the answer. Starting at 5, so this program has multiple errors caused by bad variable labels. So one of the things that was introduced in the video is that variable labels can't have spaces. They cannot start with a number, and capitalization and spelling must be exactly the same on the same variable. So when we run this, we get this error, and you can see that there's some warnings and a big error right here. So let's look at the names of these. So size of circle, that's fine. Let me see, it looks like I've done some of this. There we go. All right. The size of circle has spaces in it, okay? You can't have spaces. So there's two ways you can go. You can do camel case, you can do underscore. I will do camel case. Size of circle. And then the second one starts with a number. You can't do that. And you can see that this is supposed to be, this one says Y location, so this must be the X location. So I'm going to name it X location because X location, Y location, that makes sense. Your name should make sense and should tell you what that variable actually is. So let's look at, we still have an error here because we didn't change the names in here to match what we're doing. So we need, I'm going to copy this and paste. Wherever it says size of circle, we need to paste the name, the new name for the variable, size of circle with no spaces. And then X location right here, we changed that one. Now if I run this, I'm still going to get a problem. And the problem I have is that this one is a lowercase y and this one is an uppercase. So I need to fix that to a lowercase y. And then it should run because they have to match exactly. All right, in this example, you have a variable called petal size, and it uses it 8 different times to make it easy to quickly make lots of changes on how the picture is drawn. So you have this petal size right here. You can change the number assigned to petal size so that the petals touch one another. So right now they're at 50. Let's change them to 75. And now it makes more sense. It looks like a flower. Practice, so changing a variable value. In this practice, it says use the variable circle size to control the width and height of a circle. You make a circle big enough that it'll fill up the entire screen in the picture on the right. We're going to change it so it fills up the entire screen. Right now it's 200, 200. Our circle size, they're 400. Let's change circle size to 500 and see what happens. Nope, still not. Let's try 550. Nope, there's still tiny little circles there. I'm going to try 575. There we go. Takes up the whole screen. And this one, debugging variable names. So something's wrong with the picture or in the program here because it doesn't match this picture. When you run it, you're getting an error. So let's look at this. We have a variable x, 50, y, 200, fill, that's that deep pink color. Ellipse x, ooh, that's a capital and this is a lowercase, that's a problem. Let's try that lowercase x. And if I run it, oh, another error. This one, ooh, we have a lowercase y and uppercase y. Let's make those match. There we go. Unused variables, ooh, we're gonna make some code easier to read. In the code below, variables are created, but none of them are actually being used. Can you find the spot where they can be used? So we have a bear. We have, these are the brown. we could make ear size match. That's the 80 and 80. That's these right here. So let's change this 80 to ear size. Ear size. You could also copy and paste the words if you don't want to type. Okay, so why we did that, watch this. We can make him have ridiculously large ears. Those aren't even that ridiculous. Let's be ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And then the eyeballs are these little black dots, and the nose, they're the same size. Oh, nope, just the eyeballs are. The nose is a little bit bigger. So these are the eyeballs right here, the 15s. So we can change this to the eye size and paste that here, 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 and here. And then I'm going to change this back so it's not quite as silly. We can make much bigger eyes. And anytime I change this value now, both of those eyeballs are going to change. So that's why we use that. And then the center is 200. Why are we using that? Oh, so you would use center anywhere 200. So that's where we're centering on the screen. And you could use those variables there instead. All right, let's see the next example. Bad naming. So we're doing a stoplight again. And this stoplight, variable size. There we go. I had already fixed this. It says shape size, and then it says size all the way through. I gotta just name it size. Get rid of that and run it, and now it'll work. All right, on to the assessment. We have it's drawing a face, but the eyes are different sizes. We want to change the program to use a variable for both eyes, this eye size, and run it so that both eyes are the same size each time you run it. So if you look right here, if we go down to the eyes, it says eye size here, but the second eyeball is not using eye size. They've set it. So we're just going to put eye size right in here. And now when we run it, the eyeballs should be the same size. And if I do different values, those eyeballs will be the same. I'm not going to do the challenge ones with you. You can do those on your own. They do walk you through most of it. This one is a different kind of challenge, though. It just wants to show you some different options that you can do. So you can try that one if you want to. The draw your own image one is a good one for practice. And then the challenge updating a variable, it asks you to draw something a little bit more complex with the picture. So it has these 3 lines and it wants you to add to a variable each time you go through this loop. So it wants you to keep adding to it, increasing by 50 as you go through to keep drawing an image across the screen. So you just continue this same pattern over and over again. That's a good one to practice and know what to do with variables and other ways you can use them, especially using the counter pattern.